Tonight's mail opening is assisted by Good Neighbor Brewing Company's Iced Coffee Milk Stout. No tasting notes, but they tell me it's brewed with milk, sugar, cacao nibs, Tahitian vanilla, and cold steeped coffee from Little Sister Coffee Maker, also right here in Winnipeg. Oh well, lots of coffee taste and chocolate too. That's going to keep me awake through my editing very nicely. First item in says Heck Shank Titanium Plated. Titanium? Don't know about that. Oh, looks like some... Oh, interesting. Are these all the same, or are they all different? You know what they look like? They are all the same. They may look like drill bits, but what they actually are is spiral fluted taps for, tapping threads into things. And if that's to believe, they are made out of high-speed steel, and they are M3. And I remember ordering these specifically because I kept breaking taps trying to tap into aluminum, which gets really gummy when you're trying to tap into it. And using the typical straight taps, they don't clear the chips out very well. So I'm hoping that these will do the job especially when I'm mounting stuff onto heat sinks, or doing things like trying to drill threads into aluminum enclosures or things like that. So even though they are basically machine tools, I'm going to count them as electronics related because that's what I'm going to use them for. Well, that's less than ideal. I guess that's why the seller doesn't have anything available for sale at the moment. Now, I guess what I can do is take a look at my order history, and I paid $4.98 with free shipping for the 3 of these way back in June. Yeah, that's how deep my my mail queue is. But I won't leave you hanging. I will link you down below to this search, which finds the same thing. As always, I'm going to list it sorted price plus shipping lowest. Next in, let's see what one of my anonymous donors sent me. This claims to be LED light, which I suppose it could be. Lots of padding. Ooh. Massive jumbo LEDs. Oh, that's neat. How big are these? Those are 8.7. I call them 9 millimeters. Wow. And that's interesting. So it is basically just a little cob style LED with some phosphor on it, encased in a big plastic LED shaped dome. That base looks kind of like the automotive push-in type, doesn't it? Wonder if that's 12 volts. So when I've got an unknown LED to try and identify, I'll usually do it by setting my power supply to a current limit of about 20 milliamps, because almost every LED can survive that. And starting off with a relatively low voltage, and this, let's start about 3.5 volts. Turn it on and just see if it conducts. Not seeing any light in that direction. It's not drawing any current. I don't even know the polarity of this thing. No, nothing so far. So then I will just wind the voltage up a couple of volts, remembering that I do have that current limit on there. So now we're at 5 volts, and again, I still don't know the polarity, so I'll just go back and forth until I either see it light up or see some current draw. Let's go to about 6.5 or 7, and just keep repeating this until I see a result. Oh, there we go. So at 8.25, we get a little bit of light out of it. It's only drawing 3 milliamps, so we can clearly go higher. 9, 10. I was probably right when I said it's designed for 12 volt automotive application. So there's essentially 12 volts, 17 milliamps. Let's kick it up to 14, which is what you'd normally find in a car. So there it's current limiting at about 20 milliamps at 14 volts. Let's just see what happens if we turn up the current limit. 100 milliamp current limit, but it's still only drawing 24 milliamps. Okay, getting way carried away here. Regardless, that's at 14.6. That's about the most you'd ever find in an automotive situation, so that seems reasonable enough. And that is a quite bright little dude. So thank you to whoever sent me these. There are 6 of them. And we'll try and find a listing, and if there is, that's what you'll see next. Otherwise, we'll come back here and grab something else to open up. Well, those were hard to find, and I didn't find the exact one, but apparently these, based on the dimensions, are a T10 style LED light bulb. Of course, there are incandescent ones as well, but this one right here is the closest that I found to it, which is $6.50 for these. I'm going to guess or hope that whoever sent these to me probably picked them up at an auction for cheap, but this is the best deal that I can find them right now. Of course, the search that down below, if you check it on different days, you'll probably get different results. And as always, sort cheapest first. That was fun. Next in, we have, it doesn't say, right, in we go. We have, oh, these are heat set inserts, a couple of different styles. Okay, and according to the bags, these are both 1/4 20, so this is standard tripod thread, camera thread, whatever you want to call it. In the modern non-imperial world, this is pretty much the only imperial thread type that is common anywhere. And because I'm doing photography here, well, videography, whatever, on YouTube, I tend to want to build odd little camera rigs every once in a while. So these should hopefully allow me to do that in 3D printed form, and hopefully allow me to, improve what I'm showing you guys. 20/30 pieces, 1/4 threaded insert, not brass, heat, inch, blah, 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 all these different keywords here, whatever. I got 2 different types. I got this one, 1/4 inch by 12.7 by 8 millimeter for $5.44 for 20 of them. And I got 30 of these ones that they call double twill, 1/4 inch by 6 by 8 millimeters. That's just strange seeing the 2 different unit systems mixed together, but I guess when you build an entire photography industry on one standard, the world has to adapt to it regardless. So as we saw above, there are various different types available. The 2 that I got are this one over here, which is the shorter one, and this one over here, which is the longer one. And hopefully, with those sort of angled knurlings on both of them going in opposite directions, when I heat set these into a 3D printed part, they will hold very well. Next thing in, what does it say? Button switch kit. Okay, switches are always useful. Nicely bubble packed. How do we get into this? Oh, it's an assortment pack of switches, all right. It looks like a bunch of different form factors and different types of both surface mount and through-hole little tactile switches. Got some really tiny ones here in different form factors. Some of this type, which are increasingly common in stuff these days. But the rest of these were just bought for repair stock. The wider variety I have, the more likely it is that I won't have to do some sort of ugly butchery when I'm fixing something. Wow, those are tiny. I think between those ones and these ones, those are the smallest ones in the kit. There are these ones which mount at 90 degrees. A good little assortment. Different shapes and sizes. Those also mount at 90 degrees. Very cool, and gonna come in handy when things inevitably break. 120 pieces, tactile push-button switch kit, SMD microswitch assorted. So there is the entire assortment. 12 different shapes, 10 pieces of each. Oh yeah, right. I paid $6.90 Canadian with free shipping. That's important too, isn't it? There are, of course, other assortments that you can get from other sellers, but this one seemed to be a very wide-ranging variety. So here's the actual descriptions of each one of them. Freeze frame and take a look, or click on the link down below if you want to see. All right, what is next? Another one that came from an anonymous donor. This one says plastic bag. Is that the new plastic sheet? No, it is literally a bunch of plastic bags. Really, really tiny little plastic bags. These ones are about 30 millimeters square. Those would be handy, I guess, for keeping small parts in or something like that. Might give some to my daughter for storing her beading and craft supplies in as well. Thank you to whoever sent those in. I appreciate that. The search that seems to find these the most reliably is mini zipper bags 3x4 centimeters. And as I'm recording this, there is a package of them on sale for 2 cents for 50 of them. Oh, and they're suggesting to use them for storing SD cards in. Sure, why not? And the last and largest thing in this week says, it doesn't say, cool, mysteries upon mysteries. I like that. Huh? Black sticks? These are black glue sticks. Interesting. Why did I order black glue sticks? Mostly just because I came across them and thought it would be interesting to have glue sticks in other colors than just white. If I'm gluing stuff together and I don't want the glue to show, maybe it's on two dark colored things, then there we go. That was just a whim purchase. I saw it when I was browsing randomly and I figured, yeah, what the hell, it's cheap, I'll get it. Or at least it was cheap when I bought it. 10 pieces Art Crafts Hot Melt Glue Gun Sticks EVA Glitter Powder Black. Glitter? Really? 11 millimeters by 200 long. Currently, they're selling for $12.30. I seem to recall when I bought them, it was closer to $6 for the 10 of them. You can get glue stick hot glue in a bunch of different colors. Didn't see that when I was ordering this. Anyway, there's not that many surprises down here. There's the sizes. It's black. It's glue gun sticks. It's mostly just to be different. Sometimes you want things to hide in shadows, so why not? Glue gun glue doesn't take paint all that well, so having it in black sometimes can help you hide a multitude of sins. And there is the contents of today's Mailbag Monday haul. A wide variety, as seems to be increasingly the case. Let's start with this assortment of switches, 10 pieces of 12 different types. Always handy for repairs and occasionally for building a project, but mostly these are intended for repairs. We have these heat set inserts in 1/4-20 in 2 different sizes. Those will be going to 3D printed projects for mounting cameras in strange and unusual situations. We have these 2 donations from anonymous viewers to the channel. The little storage bags, which could always use storage solutions, and these interesting little LEDs. I have never seen one in that form factor before, and it just looks like a giant version of a standard LED. So that is pretty cool. Next we have these spiral flute taps, and again in M3 because that tends to be the hardware that I use most often for mounting circuit boards and whatnot, or mounting transistors to heat sinks and things like that. So hopefully these will be more durable than the older straight fluted taps that I had been using and breaking. And finally, this black glue stick. Again, it was mostly a whim purchase. It was a lot cheaper then than it is now, but yeah, some of that will go into the kids' craft stuff, and some of it will be for my use for when I want to glue things together and not have the glue squeeze out shining white. Well, that was fun, as always. Some good surprises, some stuff that I ordered like 3 months ago and didn't remember ordering. So it's always fun to do this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the anonymous viewers who send these things in. I do appreciate that. And of course, as always, thanks to my Patreon supporters and my YouTube channel members for helping me keep the mailbags rolling in and helping keep the beer fridge full. I appreciate you guys as well. Anybody else? Questions or comments? Down below as always. I shall talk to you later.